Topps recently announced that they're going to be stopping some of the sets that they've been making for years. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? We're going to talk about it and let you know what we think.
Hey guys, Sammy and Omar, we're back. We are here to talk about a very important topic.
God, if you listen, hell!
We have Topps announcing that they're discontinuing 8 products in 2023. The list is here. We're planning to go through each and every one of these and give you an overall score as to whether we agree, thumbs up, with Topps on getting rid of these particular products, or if we give it a thumbs down and disagree with Topps and think that they actually should have kept it in distribution for the hobby. So curious to hear your thoughts. If it's your first time here with us, like, subscribe, and we're going to jump right into it. Just to also give you a little bit of a mathematical approach that we want to take to this, as mathematical as we're going to get. We're going to have a little scorecard going with each of these. As you can see, we have the 8 products listed. We're going to assign each of these amongst 3 categories. We're going to look at the design, give you our perspective on the overall design of that product, what the resale values are, particularly looking at like the highest sales for these particular products in recent days. And then the collectability, just sort of like, how do we feel about the collectability of that particular product? So all these 3 things are our 3 categories we'll assess these with, and then we'll give a final decision on that thumbs up or thumbs down on whether we disagree or agree with Topps. So let's jump right into it.
First off, I was going to say, I overall, I do think that it's a good thing that Topps is removing certain sets. We'll go into the specific sets now, what we think, but they were getting it was kind of getting crazy with so many different sets out there, so many different rookie card variations, so many different parallels.
I'm out.
Also, overall, less sets might be a good thing, but yeah, let's break it down and see.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see, are they replacing it potentially with some new sets? I know they introduced new sets, Logo Fractor, which has been a huge hit. Maybe just making new sets that are better. But with these particular 8 sets that we know they're not going to be continuing in 2023, let's dive into a little bit more about what we think about them, and curious to hear what you all think about the changes Topps is making as well. So first up, we have Archives Snapshot. So what we'll give you is a design of the box. We want to take a look also at the design of each of these. So you'll see some examples of what the images look like for each card. And on the right, you'll see some recent sales, more the higher sales than anything else, just to give us a flavor for what the upside is on each of these products. Yeah. So let's start here, Omar. Archive Snapshot.
Archive Snapshot. Well, they already have Topps Archives. You got to remember that you could get in the retail store. So it's extremely similar to that. And Archives, we've opened it on the channel before in another video. It's a good product, Archives, but Archive Snapshot, I don't understand what's the need for an extra Archives. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of it? Now, the difference with this product, though, is this is a guarantee. You can see it on the box right there. It's a guaranteed autograph. And 11 cards. So, but people don't care about the cards. They're trying to get that nice autograph. So, I mean, for $50 a box, it's not the worst. But again, I just feel like it's a set that not needed, possibly, because again, we have Topps Archives and we also have Topps Heritage, and you know how I feel about Heritage.
Oh
yeah, we know.
These cards are if you look at the Bobby Witt right there, it's kind of like I guess like an older feel, nostalgia. But let's be honest right here, that same Topps that same Bobby Witt picture is the same picture they used for his Heritage rookie card. So it's just kind of recycling certain images and things, and I'm not too sad to see this go. And plus, I think a lot of people may not have even known what this is.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Me personally, the design is a thumbs down in the sense of don't really like it, because I just feel like it's too simplistic. It feels like, something that belongs in like from back in the day, like Toys R Us, like a Toys R Us pack if they had packs or something. Like, it just looks really basic to me. I mean, of course, getting an auto is an awesome thing, but I just don't like the design. I know they reuse some of the images. And then when I look at the resale value, I mean, it looks like a lot of the top selling resale solds, these are all from eBay, were more or less like redemptions of obviously of like Julio Rodriguez. I mean, I think anything Julio Rodriguez is selling at a max. So, even though it's only about $50 a box, I don't feel like the upside is really there to justify really trying to buy this particular product and praying that you land one of these Julio redemptions. Because I think anything below this is probably you're going to be losing proposition. So it could be maybe just a fun open though for kids, just to have something inexpensive. But I think for collectors like maybe you and I don't know. I don't think this is something we particularly are going to miss.
Yeah, it's not something that I went out there looking for, every day or whatever. I wasn't really familiar with Topps archive snapshots. So
yeah, and we'll also point out, I believe this was an online exclusive, this particular product. So you couldn't just go out to your normal store and sort of pick this up at retail. We'll point out which ones we know you can get at retail in different configurations. But so archive snapshots for us, just to give you a overall scorecard here, we do not like the design necessarily. The resale values aren't very strong. And we don't feel like this is a real collectible item for the hobbyists out there. So we agree. We give this one a thumbs up and agree with Topps on getting rid of archive snapshots. So good job on that one. Next up, we have Bowman Chrome X.
This is a surprise, this one right here. You know more about Bowman than I do. You love Bowman. You talk about it all the time. You text me about it at night.
What you talking about, Willis?
But yeah, so you could talk a little bit more about this. No, I'm surprised with this decision overall.
Yeah, this is Bowman Chrome X is one of those feast or famine type of products. The box itself here, as you can see, it's only one card in that box. It comes in a nice, magnetic holder, and it is about $300 a box. Just kind of looking at eBay, just for anyone looking for open offers. It could go either way. I know that this is a higher end product because you're only getting one card, but when you look at the right, in my opinion, the upside is pretty tremendous. I mean, again, you're going to see a lot of Julio Rodriguez as sort of our top comparisons on eBay recently. But if you spend say $300 on a box, you have the upside of maybe selling something in the thousands of dollars, which I think is a really exciting, makes for a really exciting open, a really quick open because there's only one card. As far as I'd like to get your perspective on this, is the look. That sort of X Factor look is what you get on all the cards pretty much that I could see. And some of them are autographed, obviously, but then some of them are not autographed. So they would at least be numbered. So you're getting something that's going to be short printed or is going to be autographed. So I particularly like the look. We talk a lot about the shiny.
Shiny.
And how important that is. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and again, these images do match the Bowman Chrome regular images as well, which is important. Like that J-Rod right there, that's for $9,000. That's the same picture he has in the regular Bowman Chrome product, so that's good. Thankfully, it's not a new image to chase. But yeah, overall, I'm surprised because I think this was, again, $300 a box is kind of, you could pull a Julio, you could pull a picture that we never heard of and may never hear of. You know what I'm saying? So I just think I'm surprised. I love the look of the cards. I think anything with the Bowman name attached to it is strong, I thought, in the market. So
I just wonder if, obviously Topps is making a decision based on the data they have. Maybe it's just not, moving quite as quickly as they would like. But I think as far as appeal, I think this is a really cool product. It looks great and could potentially land some really nice upside on the resale. So I am somewhat surprised like you are on this one. So I think our score here was we actually like the design that Bowman Chrome X brings. We see that it has some really strong resale values. And we do think there's some collectability with this in the sense of if you have a particular player prospect that you're looking for, this could be a part of your collection. Say it's Julio Rodriguez PC, this is a nice addition to have if you have a Julio Rodriguez card that could be worth thousands of dollars. So we both agree that this is a thumbs down for Topps and disagree that they're getting rid of the Bowman Chrome X.
This is a weird decision by Topps, but again, they have more data than we do, so it is what it is.
Yeah, it's a little more fancy than our thumbs up, thumbs down technique. So let's keep it going with clearly authentic. Clearly Authentic is somewhat similar to Bowman Chrome X only because there's literally only one card in this box. This particular box you could probably get for about $85 to $90 looking for it on eBay. If you could take a look at the design there, you see that what's unique about these cards is they're really like this transparent look, and they're all autographed. So every single card in this box is autoed. So that's the nice thing. You know, you might be paying upwards of $100 for the box, but you know you're getting an autograph. It could be someone that's like a Hall of Famer, or it could be a current player like Ohtani. So there's still the checklist is really nice, but you can swing and hit a home run with this. You can see on the right some of the sales on, of course, Julio Rodriguez, Bobby Witt in the thousands, and or maybe pulling Ohtani, or you could get a Hall of Famer that you know, doesn't really sell well in the hobby. So,
but you're saying Hall of Famer. You might not even get a Hall of Famer. I don't think it's Hall of Famers in there. I think you could just get a guy who played baseball one day.
A bum.
So, you know, I mean, you gotta be careful with that, because if it was only Hall of Famers, then I'm sure, like, you know, it'll be a more appeal. But they're going with the acetate look, and they actually have those parallels in Series 1 and Series 2, and I believe Update 2 in the hobby formats as well. So again, it's kind of something that's kind of recycled in a way. I'm personally not a fan of these one card in a box products, because I have horrible luck. So I know that card, I probably won't even have a card inside with my luck. So, you know, it's crazy. The resale value is there, like you're showing, but I do kind of agree with this decision.
But the look of the cards, though, I don't know if you agree. I think you agree with me on the look of the cards is sharp.
Yeah.
Right. And they're desirable, like you said. Yeah. So in the sense of, you could see the resale value is there, obviously, for the right players. But what's interesting about Bowman Chrome X and this one is maybe, you know, there's this strategy of moving away by Topps, one card, all or nothing type of, you know, value propositions. So just something to keep an eye out for. But let us know in the comments what you think about that. Overall, though, based on the scorecard, I think we actually, you know, lean towards liking Clearly Authentic because it has a great design. There is, you know, some resale value and demand. And there's still some collectability to it. Like you said, people will open Flagship product looking for these types of cards as well, right?
The acetate type of parallels,
yeah.
They do look good, especially when you like have them on the stand or something like that. Yeah, they do pop.
The decision is we disagree with Topps, you know, in the sense of this particular product had a lot going for it. Maybe the one card per box is just somewhat.
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of gets. Yeah, that's the thing that personally I feel like if it was a little bit different format, maybe 2, 3, 5 cards, they're different. Then I would be more in love with it.
Like maybe it's like 5 cards and all of them are acetate, but you know, one of them's autographed and it kind of.
Oh, so okay, got you. Yeah,
just another approach to it. Yeah, maybe another way to approach it in the future, because the one card, and if it's a crappy card, at least if you could maybe get, let's say if it was an acetate base, you know, Julio Rodriguez rookie, right? Yeah, out of that box. Not autographed, but still a nice card. You don't feel like, you know, you lost out on everything. So, but the cards sell well and they look great. So that's Clearly Authentic. Next up, we have a interesting one. We have Topps Fire. And this one is, I don't think this one came out all that long ago. This particular one is from 2022. This is a hobby box you can get for about $175 on the resale market. And this one kind of took everyone, I think, by somewhat surprise. Like, what is this? I know me personally, I was like trying to understand, like where are we going with this thing? So after it sort of settled in, I was like, okay, I get it. You know, trying to make their mark and do something a little bit like out there with regards to the design. So you can see here how they do have a really standout design. The autos look to me like a lot of them are sticker autos, which I don't love necessarily.
Kind of more artistic. I guess it's a different kind of design. I guess it kind of got to grow on you. But again, the thing about Fire, it was more geared towards, again, like, I guess, younger collectors, kids, things like that, who you could just go to a Target, and more than likely you're going to find, because I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe it's a Target exclusive as well. And you're going to find it because, again, not a lot of people were picking it up. But in 2022, that was a little bit different though, because they did have a nice rookie class. You got Julio, you got Strider right there in the picture, Bobby Witt, Pena. Resale value, I'm actually kind of surprised at those numbers you pulled up right there, because that's not too bad for Topps Fire.
It's not bad, but the one thing I did notice when I pulled this up was that you have to have them in basically PSA 10s. So, so if you're paying, $175 or maybe a little more, a little less per box, and you got to get the right player, and it's got to be a PSA 10 to try to get, roughly $1,000 and on probably the best card you're going to get. The resale, I think, is a little bit shaky in that regard.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
So that to me had me a little bit worried, just in terms of the trying to get the best card if you're lucky enough and reselling it. So
and the collectability, again, it's because this is hot right now, 2022, Julio and stuff like that. But probably if you go back, there's not a lot of people looking for the Topps Fire version of a rookie card.
Right. So recapping Topps Fire, everything we said here is how we feel. The design is definitely unique, but not all that appealing. When you look at the resale values, you can see that you really got to hit a home run on the right player, and it being a PSA 10 to sort of, maybe make back $1,000 or so. And then the collectability, it just doesn't sound like we hear a lot, from our end at least, of people saying, I need the Topps Fire rookie card of this player.
No, not at all. So I think Topps overall made a good decision with this cut.
Yeah, definitely. Thumbs up on that one. So let's keep it moving with Topps Gallery. Topps Gallery, we know, is one of those that's probably been around for a little bit now, and you can get this in a hobby box for about $100 a box. But this also is available at retail, which you can get in blasters. I see them a lot at Walmart or Target, for example. But this is one that will be going away. So I know you and I actually have differing opinions on Topps Gallery. So I'll just start. I'm not a real big Topps Gallery fan with regards to the design. I mean, you could see the cards look nice when it's like Julio Rodriguez, of course, with a nice auto and his great smile, and Ohtani with that wonderful lefty swing. Those cards I like those look beautiful to me. But when it's like some random picture or whatever, I'm just saying I'll pass. So I just don't like the look. I think it kind of has that museum-y feel, but I'm not in love with it. And then when I look also to the right, some of the cards, from the upside perspective do pretty well. But I was interested to see that some of them are actually like non-sports cards. Like it's this Mona Lisa, which I guess is a pretty rare card, in a PSA 9, sold for, somewhere probably in the $1,500 range, I'm going to guess. Bobby Witt did pretty well. So I'm not in love. I know it's not all that expensive, but I'm not just a fan of the design and what the upside looks like on resale. But I want your perspective, because I know you feel differently.
Yeah, well, the Mona Lisa one sold because if you look at it actually has a rookie card logo on it, so they consider that the Mona Lisa rookie card. So that's why that one is
the Mona Lisa rookie card.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Yeah, so but it's because there was another Mona Lisa in another set years ago, but I guess they forgot about that one. But it's a hard pull. So no, but basically it's gallery's kind of about the art, and I love art. I'm a artsy kind of guy. So I really like, and if you look at the designs from I know gallery in 2017 when Aaron Judge was a rookie looked really bad, but as the years progress, they have new artists, and they actually, I think they've done a better job. So I'm actually kind of surprised, because I know that you're into drawing and you're really you're art. You grew up like that. So I'm surprised that you don't even like gallery as much as I do.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Yeah, the resale value's there too. If you look at other years, I could argue that they hold their value, but again, the collectability of it, people aren't going crazy over gallery, so I can understand some of this.
It's sort of like we talked about with Fire. There isn't it's not one of the ones on the top of the list when people say, I need to have that person's rookie card. With this being potentially the last year they even make Topps Gallery, does that make it even more desirable later on when you want that person's rookie card in this product? So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But I think our scorecard on Gallery, we have the design overall, even though we somewhat disagree, mostly is lukewarm at best. Resale values are okay, but not fantastic. And the collectability, we agree, is not necessarily highly desired. But we do disagree on this one. So I'm giving it a Topps a thumbs up on getting rid of the of the gallery, while Omar is disagreeing because he somewhat likes the design and everything else. So let us know in the comments what you think is right on that one. Next up, we have Gold Label. Gold Label is about an $80 a box proposition, and this particular one you could see some of the designs there. It's just sort of like this nice palette of colors, but they do have a nice appeal to them. The resale, though, is rather weak in terms of just looking at the highest sales. And so to
that's
me,
a lot of
this is a
that's
really
a huge gap right there.
yeah. I mean, so for $80-$85 a box, and you're going in and potentially could, your best day, maybe get $1,000 back in that, for example, there's Nolan Ryan Randy Johnson dual auto number /5. It's a risky proposition.
Come on, man.
Yeah, honestly, I can't say much about Gold Label. It's not a set or a card that I ever pursued too much. And again, I'm just a common collector, so maybe they're trying to just focus in on the common collector. And this is also I don't know if you said it, as just a hobby product. You're not going to find this in the stores and the retail shelves. I personally, the design is okay. I mean, it's kind of cool. A framed autograph. It says 1 frame autograph per box. But again, it's just a set that I feel that isn't really highly desired. And the prices right there show you that.
And it's interesting because the design looks nice. Overall, like, it's not the worst I've seen. You would think that the prices would correlate to a little bit more resale value for something that looks, that has kind of a premium-ish look to it. I think overall, though, we are not the fans of the design on Gold Label. The resale values, as we showed you, are not very strong. And there's not, a lot of chatter on collectability and looking for a particular person's card in that set oftentimes. So we think that Topps gets a thumbs up, and we agree with Topps here on getting rid of the Gold Label. Next up, we have Opening Day. Opening Day. Nice affordable rip. This one is about $45, maybe $50 a box, depending on where you're looking for this particular
that's
product.
a hobby box.
This is a hobby box. Yes, thank you for And this is a product you could also get when it was available at retail, right? Like in different configurations and in packs, and also blaster boxes. Clearly, the designs look very, very similar to what we're used to with Flagship, right?
They're exactly the same as Flagship. They just say Opening Day, like the bottom left or whatever. They just throw that there. The bottom left. Whatever.
That's the innovation part. You put the little Opening Day logo.
Personally, I'm gonna give my take real fast. I disagree with what they did here. Again, the design, there's not much to say about it, because whatever Series 1 is, that's going to be the design for the year. The collectability, these cards are collected. Again, people just look at Opening Day as a starter set, in the sense of, if you're just getting into cards, or you're a little kid and you want to buy cards in the shelves, and those are usually there. But Opening Day, I was Opening Day when I kind of first started as well in baseball. It's you could find really, really good rookie cards in here. And one of the people that I collect personally is like Manny Machado, for example. And his Opening Day rookie cards, like foils and different parallels, can go for, good money, decent money. So they hold their value over time. That's 2013, when he was a rookie. So I think this decision, I kind of got me a little confused.
I agree with that. I mean, the Opening Day has its place in the market, especially in the retail side. Like, I think we've all been there. I know I've been at a Walmart or a Target, and you're looking for a Series 1 or Series 2 or whatever, and you're really hoping they have it, and then they don't have it, and then you're like, let me see what they got. Oh, they have Opening Day, and you're just like, okay, it was worth the trip. It was worth the gas money. So that's what I feel like with Opening Day. It's a nice compromise for going out of your way to try to find something to rip and have some fun. So I agree with you on that. I know there's collectability there. Even when you look at the resale values, like, for a $45 hobby box, you could pull a card that's worth several $100, up to $1,000. So it makes for a fun chase and a fun open when you could get stuff to add to your PC and or hit on a nice card. So it's an interesting one for Topps to decide not to continue opening day. But I think for us, like we said, we like the design because it's very similar to the images we get in the flagship. The resale values are surprisingly good for, the price of the product. And like Omar said, there's collectability there, and if you have certain images on flagship, you're going to probably want those images on opening day to make sure you have like the full set if you're collecting a particular player. So we give this a thumbs down. We disagree. Thumbs down with Topps. Yeah, we disagree with Topps. Yeah. We disagree with Topps. Yeah, you're getting your thumbs all switched up.
Yeah.
Laugh it up. Enjoy your night.
One of the memories I have real fast of opening day is a few years ago when Louis Robert, in 2020, when that was his first rookie card in a product. And remember, everyone was going crazy trying to find it because it was a short print in opening day. And I was buying a ton of it, and I didn't pull any of them, of course. But the point is, like, that was a product that got people excited. Opening day, So
yeah, it's true. No, that's a great example. So let us know what you guys think in the comments about that one. And then the last but not least is Topps Baseball First Edition, which is definitely not a retail product. I mean, this could run upwards of about $250 a box. So this is not necessarily a cheap product, but this is something that is somewhat interesting because the images are basically like the same images, right? From flagship. But similar to what we talked about with opening day, what are they doing different?
Yeah, they're just adding that little first thing. So it's just
the innovation is just mind blowing, right?
Nah, yeah. Again, I'm personally, I don't like these products that just add a little thing to. Well, I did say I like opening day, so that's a little different. But opening day, you could buy it for $10 or $50 hobby box, not a $250 hobby box. So I saw they started first edition. I don't know when they started it, but I don't know in 2020 when Jason Dominguez, right? He had a first edition, first Bowman. But think about what I just said. He has a first edition, first Bowman.
Straight torture, son.
Like, it's crazy, So I personally, the design is the same exact design. Resale value is surprisingly not that great, right?
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, these are, well, from what I found on eBay, these were some of the highest resale value solds I could find on eBay. And I was surprised. I mean, for a $250 box, we have one of them that is obviously numbered to 5 on the Wander. But then again, you're just like, that's PSA. It doesn't say, I can't see the grade, but it's PSA graded auto at 560, for a Wander rookie. It's
crazy.
It's a really risky proposition. So I think the market is, obviously is telling us, we're not in love with this first edition stamp on the particular product either. So we agree. When we look at our scorecard, we think the design is fine because it stays true more or less to the flagship product that we all love. When you look at the resale values, though, it's pretty weak. And we don't think the collectability is there. It's not like people are clamoring for, I need to have the first edition of this card.
Because again, it's the same image as the flagship or whatever. So I don't feel people are hopping over and needing to get this card, those first edition cards.
So what do we say? We agree, thumbs up with Topps on the fact that they are getting rid of the Topps first edition. Overall, here is a summary of where we're at with our assessment of the products Topps is discontinuing. On the left side, we have Archives, Snapshot, Gold Label, Fire, and First Edition, which we agree with Topps, thumbs up. Where Split, Omar and I are split, so you're going to have to split the tie in the comment section on Gallery, so that's right in the middle. And we disagree, thumbs down with Topps, that they're deciding to kind of move away from Bowman Chrome X, Clearly Authentic, and Opening Day. But that's our thoughts. We need to know what you guys think in the comments. Let us know where we went wrong, where we went right, where you think Topps went wrong, where you think Topps went right. We'd love to hear your comments. Look forward to connecting with you in the future. Like, subscribe, follow us on social, and we'll be seeing you guys all next time.
Peace.
Peace.